y'all. So we received a bike with dual batteries, advertised to take you 70 miles per charge and electric only.
What?
And when it comes to pedal assist, 130 miles per charge, and it also goes over 35 miles an hour. That's crazy, right? It takes you that fast because it does have a 1000 watt motor with a 2000 watt peak. The two batteries are 48 volt 20 amp hour, and the other is 48 volt 18 amp hour. This is a big bike, and this is probably the second largest box that I've ever received for an electric bike. The gross weight of the bike is 110 pounds. Maximum weight of the rider is 400 pounds. And the name of this bike is the HappyRun. Never reviewed a e-bike from HappyRun before. I think they might be new to the market. And this is more of a moped style bike. It has dual suspension. I think it has motorcycle style suspension in the front. So this could possibly be the fastest e-bike that I've ever reviewed on this channel. To purchase this e-bike, feel free to use my link and my code in the description below to get a discount. Also, I am doing an e-bike giveaway. If you want to be included in this giveaway, you have to be subscribed to the channel, and comment below on what type of e-bike you would like. So what I'm gonna do is unbox this, put it together, go through all of the features, go on a test ride, go on road, go off road, and see if this the, I guess, the best bike that I've received as of 2024. So I have never had a bike come packaged quite like this before. Like almost like a toy. It has foam on both sides, and we are gonna have to get it out of the box completely, but it looks fully assembled. The front tire's already on, but packaged extremely well. Probably a little too well, you know what I mean? So this is what the bike looks like fresh out the box. I highly doubt that anything was damaged because of how well it was packaged, but it does look like it definitely was not pre-assembled. In fact, we're gonna have to assemble a lot, including the kickstand. That's why I got the bike leaning up against the couch, because we have to install the actual kickstand. Of course, we're gonna have to put the front wheel on, and that is a 20 by 4 inch Chow Yang all-terrain tire. Chow Yang are my favorite tire when it comes to e-bikes because they are very grippy, very durable. One battery is already installed on the bike, but we will have to put this other battery on, but all of this is already installed to put it on pretty easily. We're gonna have to install our headlight. We're gonna have to install our handlebar, which is already attached via wire. This bike also came with a box, so let's see what's in the box. Are we gonna have to install the disc brake?
What?
So for the first time ever, we're gonna have to install the 160 disc brake. Let's get a look at our owner's manual. Instructions seem clear enough. I always like it when they include pictures instead of drawing. Get a look at our 1-year warranty. Get a look at our pedals, which are labeled, and it looks like the pedals fold. Okay, look like we have turning signals. All right, nice touch. Looks like we have a bike lock. All right, nice touch. Check out our battery charger to charge both of our batteries, I would assume. It's gonna take 6 to 7 hours to charge a battery. Nice set of tools, and came with these cards, which I'm thinking might be an anti-theft fob, and our keys for one of our batteries. Bike also came with this. I just found this. This looks like a rear light with turning signals too. So look like we might have turning signals in the front and the back. The first thing we're gonna do is get this front wheel on, but before we do that, we have to install the brake. So we're gonna just unscrew these and then put the brake on. So we're going to go ahead and install our kickstand so we can stand the bike up. Looks like we have another battery charger in this, I guess, trunk space. So we got this bike put together. It took us about 45 minutes. Although this bike seemed big, it seemed like a big bike, it's actually pretty compact. From wheel to wheel, it's only 5 feet 5 inches long. The seat and its distance from the floor is 2 feet 9 inches. And the handlebar, which is kind of adjustable, but where we have it now is 3 feet 9 inches from the floor. Now I want y'all to go through my videos and tell me, is this probably the best looking e-bike that I've reviewed on this channel? Like, it has a very unique look to it. It definitely looks more like a motorcycle than a e-bike. And I'm not just saying that because the colors match my fraternity colors. Look at that suspension. Now I've never had a suspension that large on a e-bike before, and it looks like we have 2 of them things back here. So really curious on how much comfort that's going to add to our off-road ride. Give y'all an idea of this rear suspension, and I don't think it's adjustable. We also have a motorcycle style suspension in the front, which is adjustable. So right now we have the suspension locked out, but if you want to add more suspension to this to adjust your compression, you turn it counterclockwise. Give y'all an idea of the front suspension. Let's take a look at our rear and front 160 millimeter die-island hydraulic disc brake. Speaking of the brakes, we have a feature that I love on e-bikes, which is the ability to change how tight your hydraulic disc brakes are by turning this knob on your handlebar. Looks like we have 7 gears for pedaling, which are standard Shimano gear shifter. Looks like we have rubber grips, which are more on the firm side. Now both of these batteries can be removed. You can also charge both batteries while it's on the bike. They both have key slots that you can use to remove them. Now this battery here, this 20 amp hour battery, is pretty standard. This battery was a little harder to find, and they currently don't have it available on the website, but there is a company called Sham Rider that I think sells this exact same battery. Now normally I don't like it when your battery is exposed like this. I have had instances of a battery completely going out because rain hit the battery, but this e-bike does have an IP54 waterproof rating, and it does seem like this is more of a cover to protect the battery that's inside. Apparently you can only use one battery at a time, and if you want to switch from one battery to the other, under your seat here there is a switch. So if you want to go from one battery to the other, you just move this switch from this one line over to this 2 lines. I'm 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on. I normally like a moped style e-bike that has an adjustable seat because by default I think this pedal is just a little too close to that seat. You know what I mean? So I'm probably going to be riding with my knees going above my hip, which I don't like, but this seat is very long. So because of that, I can scoot back a bit, and maybe my knees won't be going too far past my hip. And speaking of the seat, it does seem a bit firm, but I guess we'll see how comfortable it is. But this is a 20-inch long seat, and it's about 7.5 inches wide. Loving the Chow Yang tires, especially with this brown strip on it. Just think it gives it a very cool look, but looking forward to how well this is gonna perform off-road. It feels pretty grippy here. So we're now going to try to turn this bike on. We're going to press and hold this power button, and this is an opportunity for me to explain where e-bikes are going regarding anti-theft. So in order to turn this bike on, I have to take this card and put it over that in order to turn my bike on. I love that. That's a really good idea. I hope all e-bikes coming out in 2025 has this feature. Never had this display before. This display is kind of standard though. I've seen it on a few other e-bikes. By default looks like this. Calculates our miles per hour, our speed. I'm pretty sure you can change that to kilometers. Our battery life, our trip odometer. This is our pedal assist mode, and if you want to change the mode, then you're going to quickly click the power button to go from one mode to the next. Never had that type of navigation ability before. You click the power button twice really quickly, you can change your speed calculator from miles per hour to kilometers. So if I click this twice really quickly, yeah, that went from miles per hour to kilometers. So I guess we're using this one button to navigate quite a bit on this display. So this shows your odometer, right? If you want this to show your trip instead, then you're going to click that same button 3 times quickly. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and that changes it from my odometer to my trip mileage. How y'all feel about one button being used to navigate through this display? Comment below, let me know. Looks like we do have a horn. Okay, that's pretty loud. We click this button, that'll turn our beefy headlight on and our rear light on. And that rear light is also a brake light. And it looks like your headlight is always lit, but it's just lit dimly by default. Now let's see how these turning signals work. So if I click this one, it'll beep. I don't know if y'all hear that beeping. And that'll turn this turning signal on in the front and this turning signal on in the back. Now I click it again to turn it off, and then I turn my right turning signal on, and that'll do the same for my right turning signal. Now what's interesting is I can have both signals on at the same time. So now everything is lit up, both sides. The headlight, the rear light. Definitely see all this coming in handy if you're riding at nighttime. So we are about to try out the different pedal assist modes. Starting with mode 1. Go down a few gears. Let's see how fast we go in mode 1. Okay, pedal assist haven't kicked off just yet. All right, there it is. All right. Because the bike, well, no, the bike is not that hard to pedal in mode 1, even though it's such a heavy bike. So I guess that's good. But I am in a low gear. I'm in gear 4. But not a whole lot of pedal assist, I guess, in mode 1. I'm going 8 miles per hour here. Okay. 9. All right. 9 miles per hour, mode 1. So we're now going to switch it to mode 3. See how fast we going? Mode 3 here. Okay, a little delayed in the pedal assist again. That one didn't jerk me, so that's good. 16, go up a few gears. 18, 19. Okay, 19 miles per hour. Bike is kind of gradual. Now we're going to switch it to mode 5. Now I highly doubt that we're going to get to our maximum speed on such a short strip, because this bike is a bit delayed on the pedal assist. Well, let's see. Mode 5 here. Pedal assist haven't kicked in just yet. There we go. All right, see how fast we go in mode 5. I'm in the highest gear. '24, 26, 27, 28. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we need more room, so we'll try to max speed pedal assist later. So, what you think of the suspension? Oh, you like it? Suspension of what?
9.8.
9.8 on the scale of 1 to 10? All right. All right, now what'd you say about the suspension?
I changed my suspension number to a 10.
It's a 10? You must really like the suspension on that thing. So, HappyRun G100, what are your thoughts?
I think this is a good bike. Mm-hmm. I just don't think it's for me.
Okay.
It really handles the turns really well. It's probably the best turning bike I've ever had. Very, very, very fast.
A little too fast?
A little too fast for me. I like this right here. I feel like I could put something in here, like the twist throttle. It doesn't jerk me like that. Okay. So very good on that. The seat is not so soft, but not as hard as I would have thought it would be. I have to sit back here.
Okay.
I can't sit like here or here. because I'm riding like a clown. I'm like this. So for me, I gotta sit back. Oh, you was gonna let me forget about the suspension?
Suspension, yeah.
The suspension is dope. 10 out of 10, recommend. Overall, this is a really good, sturdy, well-made bike.
Scale from 1 to 10, what would you give it on the scale? 1 to 10.
I'm gonna go 8.7.
8.7. All right, so my fellow e-biker and moped e-bike loving brother, what do you think so far?
I'm trying to get used to it. It's like, on this one, like when I'm pedaling,
Yeah.
my knees are kind of
Up too high?
Yeah, up too high a little bit. I can't really like pedal. I just kind of have to.
Right.
I don't know how to
Gradually pedal.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
And how tall are you?
5'10".
5'10"? I think that's cap a little bit. What you say about the throttle?
Man, the throttle here is kicking.
We're about to get our point of view shots in. It did rain yesterday. So the first thing we're gonna do is test out these off-road tires and the suspension a little bit, I guess. We're gonna go through some gravel. And again, it did rain yesterday, so these rocks might be a little slicker than normal. But I'm pretty sure this is gonna perform well because Chaoyang tires are probably some of the most grippiest and durable tires for all terrain. Yeah, it feels pretty smooth. I do feel a little slipping though. Just to be honest, I do feel a little slipping, but nothing too bad. Let's brake here. That's actually really solid. I'm now gonna try some basic off-roading. Go through some grass. On a flat surface though, but grass, no hills. Let's see how these tires and this suspension performs here. And it did rain again. Oh, that's the mud right there. Yeah, this suspension is really good so far. I don't know if the camera's doing it any justice, but I don't feel any shaking, any wiggling. I don't feel any of the cracks or gravel or mud. I don't feel anything really. Yeah, that's pretty good. But let's do some more off-roading later. Let me hop this. This bike has a wide handlebar, and because the seat is so low to the ground, and because you have these grippy Chaoyang tires, you can do a considerable amount of leaning in this bike, like you can with a lot of moped style e-bikes. I do think they do give you more control over your turn because they are lower to the ground, you know, more than most. So, but this one especially, I feel comfortable leaning. Let's now try some off-road riding with some hills. So this is hills, mud, grass, everything. So let's see how it performs. All right, so far so good. Go up this hill here. Oh man. Yeah. This is probably the best suspension I've had on a moped bike. Yeah, let's keep trying though. Let's see. Do some more here. Yeah, this is the best one. Yep, this is the best suspension I've had on a moped style bike before. Man. Go down. Oh man. Once the pedal assist kicks in, the sensitivity is pretty perfect in each mode. Pretty much perfect sensitivity. I do wish the seat was further away from the pedal. Like I'm all the way in the back of the bike. And again, I'm 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on. And I don't like my knees coming past my hip like this. And I'm all the way on the back of the seat. So, man, it's unfortunate because I like this bike so far. But I do think the seat is just too close to the pedal. But I know people get these type of e-bikes, these more like urban commute or road moped style e-bikes. They usually get them for the throttle. But I do think this bike is really comfortable. It could use a softer seat though, but because the seat is so wide, it doesn't seem as painful as it should. And this bike is very smooth. Like, it's very easy to maneuver. Now, it's not so easy to where I can ride without my hand on the handlebar because of the way the weight distribution is on this bike and where the seat is located. Looks like we have somewhat of a straightaway here, so we're going to try to maximum speed, throttle only, so I'm not pedaling. See how fast we go here, and I can barely see the display. Hopefully y'all can see it on my camera better than I can because of how it's angled. See how fast we go here. 29, 31, 32. Have to slow down a little bit. All right, let's try that again. All right, on this longer strip on the street, I'm hitting more like 37 miles per hour. Pedaling is not super comfortable for me on this bike, just because the seat is so close to the pedal, but we're gonna try to hit max speed pedal assist anyway. And it's not bad. It's not like it's unbearable because I can scoot back quite a bit on the seat, which helps. All right, 28. Way too much pedal assist in mode 5. 30, 31, 32. Now this is where I think a bike like this shines, which is riding in the streets. Because as I try to get to my maximum speed and pedal assist here, because this handlebar gives you really good control of your turns. Because you have dual suspension, so you can handle all of the cracks on the road that you might encounter, like that one. And because you have good brakes, you can adjust how tight your hydraulic disc brakes are from your handlebar. And because you can go 35 miles per hour and throttle only, which is I think the main reason people get these kind of bikes. Another thing I like about these moped style e-bikes is they are very, very easy to weave in and out of traffic with, because you can make really sharp turns in these bikes and you can lean into your turns, which I wouldn't suggest leaning in the streets, right? But if you're going from the street to the sidewalk and you need to lean to avoid something, then I think that'll be okay. But yeah, I like the fact that it's not super long of a bike. Try this bike max speed, throttle only, up a hill. So we're gonna see just how much speed I lose going up a hill, throttle only, so I'm not pedaling. It's a pretty steep hill, about 35-degree hill. Let's see how much speed we lose here. The hill is on a turn too, so all right, we're at 27 miles per hour going into the hill now. Miles per hour. Here comes the steepest part of the hill. 23, 20, 18, 17. All right, so we lost about 10 miles going up a hill. So HappyRun G100 moped style e-bike. I love the fact that you need this card in order to turn your bike on. That's a cool anti-theft feature. This is the best suspension I've had on a moped style bike before. The best suspension. I was able to get up to like 37, 38 miles per hour on this bike in throttle only, so that makes this the fastest e-bike that I've reviewed on this channel. I love the light. Like, I love the fact that not only do you have a headlight, a rear light, and a brake light, you also have turning signals on the front and the back of your bike. I like how much room you have on this seat. I thought the seat was a bit uncomfortable, but my lady, she didn't think the seat was that bad. So, and the battery life, considering that you have 2 batteries, is okay. We went on a 10-mile bike ride on one of the batteries, mainly in mode 3 and 4. For the main battery, we lost 2 out of 5 battery bars after 10 miles. We went an additional 6 miles on the second battery and lost 1 out of 5 battery bars. So I think that's more like 50, 60 miles per charge. Now, what I don't like about the bike is, for a guy my size, which is 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on, I think the seat is just way too close to the pedal. So, good thing I can scoot back, but still my knees are coming a little too high over my hip when I pedal. I also wish that you had more options on your display. Like, I didn't see a way to get into your advanced settings. You do have some settings, but I like to get into your advanced settings to change things like your pedal assist sensitivity. And the pedal assist is a little delayed in mode 3 and up. So yeah, you get a lot of features with a moped style e-bike. So for the price, on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give this bike a 9. So comment below what you would give this bike on a scale from 1 to 10. Any other e-bike you want me to review, also comment below. Thank y'all for watching.